This is Breckinridge County Lady Tiger basketball on 104.3 The River. Coverage is brought to you by Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware, Brandenburg Telecom, Breckinridge Health, First State Bank, Irvington Gas Company, Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, Taylor Pharmacy, and by Wright Implement Company.
And welcome back to the Cloverport Sportscenter, where the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers and Fighting Tigers play their second game in as many days as they are at the Sportscenter here on the campus of Cloverport High School to take on the Aces and Lady Aces. Hello again, everyone. This is Lee Bramlett. First up, it's the Lady Tigers coming in with a 2-1 record following last night's win over Whitesville Trinity against the Lady Aces team looking for their first win of the season, having to replace key players from a year ago. The Lady Tigers will also be a little shorthanded tonight. We'll talk a little more about that as we go into the course of the afternoon. Later, the Fighting Tigers return to the court after the game against Trinity last night to take on the Cloverport team that's also looking for their first win of the season. Again, that game scheduled for about a 7 o'clock start this evening. We'll talk more about tonight's game between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Aces coming up in just a couple of minutes. Pre-game coverage is brought to you by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
And welcome back to the Cloverport Sports Center, where we'll return in February for the 11th District High School basketball tournaments. But tonight, it's a district matchup that's front and center as the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers will take on the Lady Aces. The Lady Tigers claimed their second win of the young season last night with the 64-28 win over Whitesville Trinity. The Lady Tigers bounced back from the Franklin County game after a sluggish start in the first quarter against Trinity to pull away in the second quarter. They took a 9-point lead at halftime, then broke the game open in the second half as the Tigers' pressure defense forced turnovers from the Lady Raiders, and Tigers' shots began falling. Breckinridge County put 4 players in double figures in the ball game, led by Caroline Lucas, who finished the night with 18 points, but a story developing for tonight's game. She will not be available due to an illness issue. A solid performance from Kylie Carby last night as she finished with 15 points. Kaylee Huffines added 13, and Elizabeth Grimes finished the night with 11 points for the Lady Tigers. Both teams are out on the floor right now warming up as we're just about 8 minutes away from the start of tonight's matchup between Breckinridge County and Cloverport. We'll talk more about the Lady Aces coming up as our pregame coverage continues in just a moment here on 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
And welcome back to the Cloverport Sports Center, less than 7 minutes away from the start of tonight's first game of this doubleheader between the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers and the Cloverport Lady Aces. The Lady Aces come into this afternoon's game with a record of 0-2. Losses to Louisville, Beth Haven, and Christian Educational Consortium to begin the season. Gone from last year's team are their top 4 scorers, Lindsay Thurman, Bailey Hurst, Emily Bennett, and Leanna Dupin. That leaves Alexis Hurst as the top returning scorer from a year ago, joined from last year's team by Callie Roach and Casey Burden. We are closing in on the start of tonight's ball game. Both teams have gone back to the locker room for last-minute instruction. A reminder that we will have video from today's game coming up on Wednesday. That'll be on the 104.3 The River YouTube page, so look for that coming up later in the morning on Wednesday. You can, in the meantime, catch last night's action between Breckinridge County and Whitesville Trinity. We have the doubleheader. We posted that this morning, so you can take a look at that. And then, of course, we'll have coverage of tonight's game coming up for you on the YouTube channel tomorrow morning. Approaching start time for today's game. Again, it's the first of 2 here. Coming up later, the Fighting Tigers and the Aces will battle at a tentative start time of about 7 o'clock or about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the first game. And then, of course, wrapping up the week will come up on Friday. That will be the Lady Tigers and Fighting Tigers returning to Tiger Arena, another district matchup when the Lee County Lady Waves and Green Waves come calling. We'll have coverage of that game beginning at around 5:15 on Friday afternoon. The girls' game, tentative start time around 5:30, and then the boys' game will tip off at around 7 on Friday evening. So that'll wrap up week number 2 of the high school season. As, again, both teams back in the locker room as we're approaching start time for tonight's matchup between the Lady Tigers and Lady Aces. Our coverage continues here in just a couple of minutes. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC 1043.com.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
And work.
And play in my community.
They're a part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the burger.
Welcome back to Tiger Arena as we are about 2 minutes away from the start of tonight's matchup between Breckinridge County and Cloverport in girls basketball. The Lady Ace is already back out on the floor right now. They expect the Lady Tigers to arrive here shortly. The Fighting Tiger basketball team making its way into the Sportscenter right now as we are set for the first of 2 games here. The Tigers will play later on against the Aces at around 7 o'clock is the tentative start time for that. As we wait for the Lady Tigers to return to the court, we do want to remind you that coming up tomorrow afternoon at 5, it is Inside Tiger Nation here on 104.3 The River, our weekly look at Fighting Tiger sports. Coming up, we'll have conversation with Coach Chad Mormon and Coach Jeff LaGrange about the high school basketball season in its first couple of weeks. Following up behind that will be conversation. Hopefully we'll be able to talk with Lady Tiger basketball player Kylie Carby to get her thoughts on the start of the season. Also an impressive performance last night in that game against Whitesville Trinity. And then roundtable discussion. We'll talk about UK, U of L, and Western in the bowl situation. And, of course, also the fluid situation involving the University of Louisville as the Cardinals now looking for a football coach after yesterday's shock announcement by Scott Satterfield. Coming up, starting lineups and opening tip-off as Breckinridge County takes on Cloverport here tonight. Our pregame show coverage has been brought to you by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC 1043.com.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Welcome back to the Cloverport Sports Center as the introduction of the starting lineups are taking place right now. We'll pick those up for you in just a moment. Waiting as they're still introducing the Cloverport starters right now before we go through those lineups. For Breckinridge County, the one change in the lineup will be Adeline Mormon replacing Caroline Lucas. She joins the normal 4 starters of Elizabeth Grimes, Kylie Carby, Kaylee Huffines. Also, Rowan Ratajewski gets the start here tonight. We'll pick up the rest of the starting lineups in just a moment. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lift chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic chews, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hardinsburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
We've just had the introduction of the starting lineups, or actually the national anthem. Also the introduction of the starting lineups here this evening. For Breckinridge County, as we mentioned, it'll be Elizabeth Grimes, Adeline Mormon, Rowan Ratajkowski, Kylie Carby, and Kaylee Huffines. Across the way, Cloverport will start number 22, Alexis Hurst, number 33, Callie Roach, Campbell Moore, number 21, Lila Moore, number 30, and Johnny Tall, number 12. Breckinridge County already out in the center jump circle, wearing road black uniforms with maroon and white trim. The Lady Aces in home white with blue and black lettering and trim. Breckinridge County will be moving to the left side of your radio dial here as we start this game. Elizabeth Grimes with the basketball following the tip control by the Tigers. Adeline Mormon with it on the right side, back out front to Grimes. Cloverport looks like 2-3 zone to start. Now they'll come out and trap Grimes. Grimes dribbles around, kicks it over in the corner. Mormon squares, three-pointer on the way. That is good. A Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental three-point basket for Adeline Mormon. She had 5 points coming off the bench last night for the Lady Tigers, and she helps get Breckinridge County a 3-0 lead to start this game. Pressure defense, Cloverport turns it over, picked up by Kylie Carby for the Lady Tigers. Carby across the time stripe ahead to Grimes. Grimes in the paint, leans in, puts up the shot, gets the kind roll, and Breckinridge County now out 5-0. 5-0 lead for the Lady Tigers. Cloverport working against the 1-2-2 zone press, and a turnover goes through the hands of Campbell Moore, and right back to Breckinridge County. Cloverport will come up and challenge the inbounds. Callie Roach working against Elizabeth Grimes across the time stripe. Here's Mormon with it. Mormon back out front to Grimes. Grimes works off the screen by Carby in the corner. Here's Ratajkowski going to try a three-pointer in and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Cloverport. Alexis Hurst brings the ball up the floor. Roach gets it ahead to Campbell Moore. Ball simply taken away by Kaylee Huffines. Tigers trying to get on the run here. Here's Ratajkowski, cut off, kicks it back out front. Grimes drives in the lane, lost the handle, but right into the hands of Kaylee Huffines, who puts it up and in. 7-0 run to start the game by the Lady Tigers. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. Caught in the double team. Cloverport gets away from it for the moment. Hurst gets the ball to Roach. Roach dribbles down the right side. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kylie Carby for Breckinridge County. Lady Aces will inbounds at side front court. Alexis Hurst to inbounds for the Lady Aces. Hurst directs traffic, brings it out front. Lila Moore with it, being guarded by Grimes. Just simply had it knocked away. Grimes will drive down the lane, pushes it up and in. 4 points for Elizabeth Grimes in the ball game. 9-0 lead for Breckinridge County. 2 minutes into the ball game. And before anything else happens, Cloverport wants to take a timeout. Ryan Weatherholt concerned about what he has seen thus far. So we'll get a timeout with 6:03 remaining to go here in the opening quarter. Cloverport trails Breckinridge County 9-0. This is Fighting Tigers Sports from 104.3 The River and the 104.3 The River mobile app.
Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware is your local source for building and home improvement projects. We all know that the kitchen is the heart of the home. Let Bluegrass Lumber make your home a more welcoming place with upgraded cabinetry and countertops. Bluegrass Lumber does it all, from selection to measurement to installation. Not only does a kitchen upgrade make your home more valuable, but it will make holidays and mealtimes more special. Come see us at Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware on Highway 60 in Hardinsburg.
6:03 to go here in the first quarter. Breckinridge County out to a 9-0 lead to start the ball game. There were a couple of changes in the lineup. We told you that Caroline Lucas unavailable tonight due to illness. And also Josie Mitchum not getting the start tonight as Rowan Ratajkowski got the call up. But the Lady Tigers quickly out of the gates here, leading 9-0. Alexis Hurst will bring the ball across the time stripe. Gets away from Callie Roach. Roach able to track it back down. Campbell Moore over to Hurst. Breckinridge County going man-to-man here as Moore drives to the basket, puts it up and in. Lila Moore gives Cloverport its first point of the ball game at 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers lead 9-2. Carby drives the baseline, kicks it over to Grimes, puts it off the glass, no good. Batted around, picked up by Callie Roach for Cloverport. Ball knocked away right into the hands of Johnny Tall. Into the front court, here's Mormon off the missed shot, tries the runner, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Campbell Moore for Cloverport. Into the front court. Campbell Moore to Callie Roach. Now Tall takes it. Over to Hurst on the left side to get the ball down low to Roach. Roach brings it out to Alexis Hurst. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers lead at 9-2. Campbell Moore gets the ball over to Lila Moore. Moore looks, kicks it back out to Hurst. Cloverport will back out. We'll get a whistle and a foul on Breckinridge County's Kylie Carby to pick up her first. That'll be the team first against the Lady Tigers. Hurst comes across the time stripe from the inbounds. Hands the ball off to Campbell Moore. Now Roach with it. Lila Moore with it on the right side, being guarded by Huffines. Now brings it back out. Under pressure from Ratajkowski, will get the ball to Alexis Hurst. Roach over in the corner to Campbell Moore, being guarded by Adeline Mormon. Moore goes on the drive, steps inside, has the ball yanked away, but before the steal can be completed, Cloverport whistled for traveling. 4:06 to go here in the opening quarter. It's been all Breckinridge County. They scored the game's first 9 points and enjoy a 9-2 lead. Callie Roach guarding Grimes. Breckinridge County into the front court. Lob the ball down low. Here's Huffines. Gets a shot underneath, puts it up and in. 4 points of the game to Kaylee Huffines. Breckinridge County leads 11-2, 3:47 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Lila Moore with it, caught in a double team, bailed out as she is fouled before the ball gets thrown away. Foul will be on Adeline Mormon for the Lady Tigers. That is her first, team second. Josie Mitchum, number 21, comes into the lineup, the 5'8.5" freshman. Moore inbounds the basketball. Ratajkowski stepped in front of it. I believe they say she stepped on the baseline, so the turnover gives the ball right back to Cloverport. Here's Huffines able to force a turnover. Now Carby with the basketball for the Lady Tigers into the front court. Carby drives down the lane, puts it off the glass, gets the kind roll off the front of the rim and through. Carby's first point of the ball game, 13-2 the score. 3:22 remaining here in the opening quarter. Hurst pass almost intercepted. Huffines did a great job of jumping the lane. Got a hand on it, but knocked it away. Substitution for Breckinridge County is number 22, Ashley Henton, a 5'10" sophomore, replaces Ratajkowski. Alexis Hurst gets the ball to Callie Roach for Cloverport, caught in the double team. Pass is intercepted by Grimes. Grimes drives to the basket, puts it up off the glass short. Cloverport may have gotten a hand on it. Lady Aces will come into the front court. Tall kicks it ahead to Lila Moore, drives the baseline. We get a double dribble call against the Lady Aces. Moore had a lane to the basket. Carby went to step in, lost her footing, and that may have caused the ball handler to hitch up a little bit, and that forced the turnover. Carby comes out of the ball game. Bailey Brown, number 3, will check in. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Lady Tigers lead 13-2. Huffines with the basketball. Gets the ball to Brown. Lobs the ball ahead. Hinton takes it back from Grimes. Grimes drives down the lane, pushes up the shot, no good, but draws contact and will go to the line. Foul will be on Cloverport's number 30, Lila Moore. That'll be her first, team first against the Lady Aces. And that will send Elizabeth Grimes to the free throw stripe. Grimes was 2 of 4 last night against Whitesville Trinity. Makes the first free throw here for her 5th point of the night. That puts her as leading all Lady Tiger scorers of the moment. 14-2 now the score. Grimes with the second of the two free throws on the way. High arching shot, no good, but right into the hands of Kaylee Huffines. Huffines kicks it out to Brown. Cross-court pass, Grimes with it. Gets the ball to Ashley Hinton. Now Huffines in the paint. Kicks it over to Brown. Brown back out front to Grimes. Breckinridge County working the perimeter. Mitchum will try a three-pointer, no good. Tipped up in the air. Grimes fighting for it, able to control the rebound with 2:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Brown lobs the ball down to Huffines. Puts it off the glass, too strong. Mitchum gets the miss, goes back up, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound is controlled by Cloverport's number 25, Casey Tall, into the lineup. Hurst across the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Ball gets knocked away. Pass intended for Tall. Deflected, and Cloverport will reset underneath their own basket. Emily Hinton, number 5, a 5'7" sophomore, checks into the lineup. Huffines will take a breather. 2:01 to go here in the opening quarter. Lady Tigers have never trailed and lead 14-2. Cloverport with the basketball. Hurst has her pass intercepted by Josie Mitchum. Breckinridge County on the run. Mitchum lost the handle. Gets it back ahead to Grimes. Over on the right side. Hinton with it. Emily Hinton lost the handle. Picked up by Callie Roach. Roach going to the basket. Hinton gets in front. Here's the shot on the way. No good. Rebound comes down to Josie Mitchum. Lady Tigers heading the other way. Bailey Brown able to track it down. Brown lobs it ahead. Ashley Hinton out to a three from the left side. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Tall. Mitchum able to tie the ball up. And the alternating possession will give it to the Lady Aces with 1:27 left to go here in this opening quarter. Breckinridge County has never trailed. They scored the first 9 points of the game and lead 14-2. Elizabeth Grimes have 5 points for the Lady Tigers. Lila Moore has the lone basket for the Lady Aces, caught in a double team. The jump ball called as Breckinridge County's pressure caught the Cloverport ball handler up against the time stripe. And the double team resulted in a held ball. Breckinridge County gains it on the alternating possession. Out front, Bailey Brown with the basketball. Hands it off to Josie Mitchum. Mitchum steps inside, thought about the shot, doesn't take it. Ashley Hinton will try the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Callie Roach for Cloverport. Alexis Hurst waits for traffic to clear as we're in the final minute of this quarter. Pass is intercepted. Double team forces the turnover. Here's Mitchum driving the other way, puts it off the glass and in. Josie Mitchum's first points of the ball game. Breckinridge County extends the lead to 16-2 with 43 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Brown steps in front of the pass for Breckinridge County. Roach comes in to knock the ball out of her hands. Breckinridge County will reset with 37.9 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Inbounds comes in. Grimes kicks it over to Mitchum, tries a shot, no good, but she draws contact in the foul, and Mitchum will head to the line. Foul is going to be on number 21 for Cloverport. That's Campbell Moore. She picks up her first, the team's second. And Josie Mitchum heads to the stripe with 2 points of the ball game. Make it 3 as she hits the free throw. Extends the Breckinridge County lead to 17-2. Second free throw by Mitchum is good. 18-2 now the score in favor of Breckinridge County. Hurst gets it ahead. Moore over to Hurst. Pass a little too strong, intended for Phoenix Sanders, number 5. And Breckinridge County will get the ball back with 21.6 seconds remaining in this quarter. Bailey Brown will inbounds from side back court to Elizabeth Grimes. Brown with it, gets the ball to Mitchum. Mitchum kicks it over in the corner. Here's Emily Hinton, drives, baseline jumper is short. Rebound comes down to Cloverport with 7 seconds remaining. Hurst will bring the ball up the floor, no particular hurry, down to 2 seconds and 1. And Cloverport will let time run out to end the opening quarter. At the end of 1, it is Breckinridge County in front of Cloverport by the score of 18-2. Tonight's first quarter is brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harnett. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
It's that time again. Time for Jobin Tobacco to help you get your job done. There's no job too big or small for JBB. We're committed to making sure that our team of operators, drivers, plumbers, staff, and equipment are some of the best in the business. So stop by 214 Old Highway 60 or call us at 756-2946. Jobin Tobacco Plumbing and Rental have been proudly serving and supporting Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tiger football team. From all of us at JBB, go Tigers.
Second quarter underway here at the Cloverport Sportscenter. Cloverport with the basketball, but not for long as Reagan Henning got her hands on and made the steal, but she's called for a travel. So turnover will give the ball back to the Lady Aces. Breckinridge County leading this ball game 18-2. Leading scorer in the ball game is Elizabeth Grimes with 5 points for Breckinridge County. Lila Moore has the lone points of the ball game on a field goal for Cloverport. As the Aces turn the ball over on a travel, it will be Breckinridge County's basketball. Lady Tigers sending out Adeline Mormon, Kylie Carby, Reagan Henning, Rowan Ratajkowski, and Kaylee Huffines. Here's a pass intercepted by Cloverport. Sanders goes to the floor, maintains the possession though. Lila Moore gets the ball over, but is intercepted by Reagan Henning. Here is Kylie Carby, almost lost the handle, but gets it back for Breckinridge County. Carby drives down the lane, kicks it over, was intended, I believe, for Mormon, but the pass went wide of Mormon, and the ball goes back over to Cloverport with 7:11 to go here in this opening half of play. Breckinridge County in front 18-2. Cloverport working against the press. Ball knocked away, picked up by Adeline Mormon for the Lady Tigers. Mormon running the other way, bounce pass ahead to Huffines, puts up the shot, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to Cloverport. Both teams struggling in this opening minute of the second quarter, and before anything else happens, we're going to get a timeout by the Lady Aces. They will take a 30-second timeout with 6 minutes 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. It is Breckinridge County 18, Cloverport 2. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
Are you aware of all the healthcare services offered right here in Breckinridge County? Allison Mattingly here from Breckinridge Health to let you know there are so many services we provide right here so you don't have to travel far. Surgery, new providers, ear, nose, and throat, outpatient therapy services, cardiac rehab, and so much more. To find out more about the services offered, call 270-756-7000 or go to www.mybreckhealth.org.
As we come back to play, Breckinridge County makes a basket to take a 20-2 lead. Then they force a turnover. Here's Huffines with the ball down low. Huffines against the double team, puts up the shot. Basket will not count as the foul occurred before the shot. Foul is going to be on Cloverport's number 21, Campbell Moore, as she'll pick up her second. That'll be the team third on the Lady Aces. Kylie Carby will inbounds the ball for the Lady Tigers with 6:18 to go here in the first half. Ratajkowski with the basketball. Down low to Carby. Carby spins, puts up the short jumper, can't get it to go. Roach collects the rebound for Cloverport. Working our way to 6 minutes to go here in the quarter. Cloverport trying to split this zone press. They thought they had achieved that, but the ball gets knocked away, and they'll say it went off the foot of Reagan Henning. Cloverport's basketball to bring Callie Roach in the front court from Alexis Hurst. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Lady Tigers up 20-2. Ball gets knocked away. Fight for the rebound, or fight for the loose ball, controlled by Cloverport. Here is Ratajkowski stepping in to tie up Campbell Moore, and the alternating possession will favor the Lady Tigers. 5:45 remaining here in this opening half of play. Breckinridge County up by 18 with the basketball. Mormon started the game with a three-pointer. Ratajkowski kicked it back to Mormon. She'll try another three-pointer. Good. Joe Benebacco, plumbing and rental three-pointer for Adeline Mormon, her second of the night. And that extends the Breckinridge County lead to 23-2. Under 5.5 remaining until halftime. Cloverport able to break the press right into a double team. Looking for someone to get the ball to. Finally, ball away. Campbell Moore gets it to Hurst. We get a tie-up On the floor, the alternating possession will give it to Cloverport. Breckinridge County took the lead off of a three-pointer from Adeline Mormon to start the game. They scored the game's first 9 points before Lila Moore made a basket, and that still stands as Cloverport's lone score of the night to date. Moore with the basketball, drives against Tuffines. Will kick it back out to Callie Roach. Roach to Alexis Hurst. Hurst gets the ball to Campbell Moore. Back to Callie Roach, 5 minutes to go here in the second. Roach goes to the floor, but maintains the possession. Campbell Moore with it, being guarded by Ratajkowski. Now Lila Moore takes it. Callie Roach with the basketball, guarded by Carby. Ball knocked away by Ratajkowski, and Cloverport will reset the offense. And that will allow Breckinridge County to make wholesale substitutions. Into the ball game, Grimes, Emily Hinton, Josie Mitchum, Ashley Hinton, and Bailey Brown. 4:45 left to go here in the first half. Lady Tigers up 23-2 as we get a foul on Breckinridge County. Emily Hinton is whistled for the foul. That'll be her first, team third against the Lady Tigers. 4:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Inbounds by Cloverport. Hurst trying to find someone to get it to. 5 seconds coming up quick, but they do beat the count. Has Lila Moore with it for Cloverport, being guarded by Ashley Hinton. Moore goes to the left, brings it back to Callie Roach. Roach looking, tries to go for the interception to Josie Mitchum, but anticipation caused Hurst to flinch just a second and did not secure the ball, and Breckinridge County collects it following the turnover. Elizabeth Grimes will inbounds at side front court. Hands it off to Bailey Brown with under 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 23-2 is the score. Grimes with it on the left side, gets the ball down low to Mitchum. Now Grimes out front to Brown. Brown to Emily Hinton. Hinton to Ashley Hinton out front. Elizabeth Grimes takes it. Grimes drives in the lane. Got tripped up. Pushed up the shot, no good, but will head to the line. Foul is going to be on Cloverport's Alexis Hurst. That'll be her first, team fourth. And that sends Grimes to the line, where she was 1 of 2 back in the first quarter. Had 11 points in the win over Whitesville Trinity on Monday night. Knocks down the first free throw for her 6th point of the game. 24-2 the score. Breckinridge County continues to extend the lead. Second free throw good. 7 for Grimes on the night. 25-2 now the count. Breckinridge County almost came up with the steal a moment ago. Roach retains possession for the Lady Aces. Moving to the right side of your radio dial here in this second quarter of play. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by Breckinridge County. 3:54 remaining here in the second quarter. 25-2 the score. Roach to inbounds for Cloverport, brings it in to Lila Moore. Moore out near the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Will hand the ball off to Phoenix Sanders. Sanders guarded by Josie Mitchum. Mitchum just steps in, ties up the ball, and the alternating possession will give it to Breckinridge County with 3:44 remaining until halftime. Reminder coming up a little later, we will be having the Fighting Tigers and the Aces. That's set for approximately 7 o'clock start time. Breckinridge County turns it over at the other end as the pass intended for Emily Hinton gets away from her, so Cloverport gets it back. 3:37 left to go in this first half of play. Grimes guarding Alexis Hurst across the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Grimes still applying the pressure. Close to a 5-second count upcoming here, and time runs out, so a 5-second call. Turnover back to the Lady Tigers. Carby and Huffines will check in for Breckinridge County. Brown and Emily Hinton will sit down for the Lady Tigers. Grimes will inbounds to Kylie Carby with 3:20 left to go here in the first half. Carby with a basketball, kicks it over to Grimes. Grimes gets the ball to Huffines. Out front, here's Mitchum going to square up for a three-pointer, too strong. Rebound, Grimes for Breckinridge County, brings it back out. Mitchum with it, kicks it over. Down low, Huffines turns, banks it off the glass, and good. Keely Huffines with her 8th point of the ball game. Now a 27-2 lead, under 3 minutes remaining until halftime. Roach in the front court gets the ball to Sanders. Sanders cut off by Huffines. Shot up, no good. Tied up, ball knocked on the floor, picked up by Carby. Here's Carby on the run, goes to the basket, puts it off the glass short. And Hurst collects the rebound for Cloverport, but the pass is intercepted. Here is Grimes on a nice look from Huffines to put it in. Grimes with her 9th point of the night. Score now 29-2. 2:27 remaining until halftime. Sanders has the ball slapped away by Josie Mitchum, but they'll call Mitchum for the reach-in. That is Mitchum's first, team 4th against Breckinridge County. Campbell Moore checks into the lineup for the Lady Aces. Replacing Sanders. Inbounds comes into Johnny Tall. Tall will hand it off to Lila Moore. Ratajkowski and Mormon will check in for Breckinridge County in the next dead ball opportunity. Carby out front, challenging Roach. Moore winds up with the basketball, being guarded by Huffines. Now Roach right up against that time strike, maintains the possession, down to 2 minutes to go in the half. Here's a pass intended for Alexis Hurst, just a little long, and it will go back to Breckinridge County. Grimes and Ashley Hinton sit down. Carby across the time stripe for the Lady Tigers with 1:54 to go here in the half. Here's Mormon with the basketball, down low, gets it to Mitchum. Ball knocked away, Mitchum gets it back, Huffines over. Here is Carby driving to the basket, rolls it off the glass and in. Kylie Carby with 4 points in the ball game. 31-2 the score, 1:36 to go until halftime. Breckinridge County has gone a 22-0 run following Lila Moore's basket, the lone point of the game for the half for Cloverport to date. Campbell Moore being guarded by Josie Mitchum with 1:18 left to go until the halftime. Pass intercepted by Kaylee Huffines. Huffines drives to the basket, puts it up and in, and draws a foul. 10 points for Kaylee Huffines in the ball game and extends the Breckinridge County lead. Foul will be on Campbell Moore for Cloverport. By my book, that is her 3rd of the team 5th. Huffines goes to the line to try to complete a 3-point play here and would extend the Breckinridge County lead out to 34-2. Free throw all the way is good. 34-2. 1:11 left to go until halftime. Roach with the basketball for Cloverport. Roach lobs it over, finds Alexis Hurst with 1:03 left to go, being guarded by Adeline Mormon. Hurst directs traffic. Now works back to the right, gets the ball to Callie Roach inside the final minute of this opening half. Pass is intercepted by Josie Mitchum. We'll get a reach in on Callie Moore rather. Moore will pick up her first foul. Team 6th against Cloverport with 51.5 seconds remaining. Carby with the basketball on the inbounds from Adeline Mormon with 47 seconds left to go. Ratajkowski down low, finds Huffines, who puts the shot up and in. 13 for Huffines. That makes it 36-2 with 37 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Ball batted away. Race for the loose ball picked up by Huffines. Lady Tigers with the basketball. Coach Chad Mormon yells one shot. Cross court. Mormon with it. Gets the ball back to Carby. Down to 17 seconds. We're at 15. Carby out front. Breckinridge County again going to look for the one shot here. Carby facing the 2-3 zone. Kicks it over. Mormon squares up. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Fight for the rebound. Ratajkowski tries to bank it off the glass. No good. Huffines pushes up the shot at the buzzer. And it is good. So Huffines with the basket with just under a second remaining. And Breckinridge County will head into the locker room with a 38-2 lead over the Cloverport Lady Aces. Tonight's second quarter has been brought to you by Hardensburg Nursing and Rehab. This is Fighting Tigers Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Back with you here at the Cloverport Sportscenter, where it has been all Breckinridge County at halftime as they scored the game's first 9 points and have never looked back. They lead here at the midway point by the score of 38-2. The Lady Tigers opened the scoring with a three-pointer by Adeline Moorman. They scored the game's first 9 points before Lila Moore's basket accounted for the only scoring by Cloverport in the half. From there, Breckinridge County then went on a 29-0 run to end the half, and they have extended the margin out to 38-2. They lead at halftime over the Cloverport Lady Aces. Our halftime show is brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
Time with you at the Sports Center, 38-2. Breckinridge County leading Cloverport at the midway point. Let's take a look at the unofficial first half scoring. Breckinridge County being led tonight by Kaylee Huffines. I'm showing her with 15 points at halftime. From there, it's 9 points of the ball game to Elizabeth Grimes, 6 to Adeline Moorman, getting the start tonight in place of Caroline Lucas. From there, it's 4 points of the game to Kylie Carby, 4 points to Josie Mitchum, Bailey Brown, Emily Hinton, Rowan Ratajkowski, and Reagan Henning have all seen playing time tonight, but did not score. Across the way for Cloverport, Lila Moore has the lone points of the game right now for the Lady Aces. That came on a basket in the second quarter. Alexis Hurst, Callie Roach, Campbell Moore, Johnny Tall, Casey Tall, and Phoenix Sanders all with playing time tonight, but did not score. 38-2, the halftime score. It is a lead in favor of Breckinridge County. Lady Tigers have never trailed in this ball game, and right now enjoy the 36-point margin. And with that, we should be in the mode of running clock for the rest of the ball game. But right now, Breckinridge County in total control of this ball game, as the Lady Tigers again leading this one by the score of 38-2. We'll be back with more from the Cloverport Sports Center in just a couple of minutes. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
and work
and play in my community.
They're part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. We're ready for the program.
38-2 is the halftime score. Breckinridge County leading at Cloverport in this girls basketball matchup. Looking at the foul situation at the moment, no one in Breckinridge County's side in any sort of foul trouble. In fact, Carby, Mitchum, Emily Hinton, and Adeline Moorman, the only players with fouls, one apiece. Cloverport does put one player in foul trouble. Campbell Moore has 3 fouls here at the midway point. A reminder, coming up a little later in the evening, it will be Fighting Tiger basketball as the Tigers take on the Cloverport Aces here at the Sports Center. Still have time to make your way up to Cloverport to watch tonight's ball game. If you can make it, keep it right here for all the action. We'll have the pregame for you coming up at around 6:45. We're after the conclusion of this ball game. then following, again, that'll be after the conclusion of this ball game. And of course, coming up on Friday night will be a doubleheader as the Fighting Tigers and Lady Tigers take on Meade County at Tiger Arena. 5:15 is the start time for our coverage there. Second half about to get underway here in just a moment. The halftime show brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River at WXBC1043.com.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Second half about to get underway here at the Cloverport Sports Center. It'll be Cloverport's basketball to begin the quarter. Lady Aces with the basketball, pass deflected, picked up by Kaylee Huffines. Huffines drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Huffines with her 17th point of the ball game, and that makes it 40-2. Again, should be in running clock mode the rest of the way since the margin now past 35. Cloverport with the basketball. Lila Moore with the ball, gets it down low to Alexis Hurst. You'll get a reach-in foul on Breckinridge County's Rowan Ratajkowski. That'll be her first, team first of the second half. Cloverport to inbounds. Moore looking, gets it to Callie Roach. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Both teams returning with the starting five for this ball game. Here is Hurst looking for Lila Moore, but the pass goes wide. And it comes back over to Breckinridge County. Carby with the basketball, gets the ball down low to Ratajkowski. Bounce pass, finds Huffines, who puts it up and in. 19 in the ball game for Huffines. Breckinridge County continues to extend the lead, now 42-2 with 6:28 to go here in the third quarter. Tall with the basketball, back to Lila Moore. Moore back out front to Campbell Moore. Alexis Hurst going on the give and go, pass knocked away and picked up by Grimes for Breckinridge County. Carby with the basketball in the front court for the Lady Tigers, working down to 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pass intended for Mormon, picked up by Alexis Hurst, and Cloverport will move across the time stripe with 5:57 left to go here in the third quarter. Campbell Moore gets the ball back to Callie Roach. Now Tall takes the basketball. Tall over to Alexis Hurst. Cloverport working around the perimeter of this zone defense, 2-3 by the Lady Tigers. Here is Hurst, lost the handle, and the ball comes back over to the Lady Tigers. Into the front court. Carby with the basketball, gets it to Elizabeth Grimes. Gets the ball to Adeline Mormon. Mormon drives, puts up the shot, no good. Here is the follow, no good. Third attempt is good. And that was Ratajkowski with the basket as she knocks it down to extend the lead to 44-2. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Jumper on the way by Cloverport, no good. Huffines will watch that one go out of bounds. And Breckinridge County will take the basketball back. Mitchum and Ashley Henton will check into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. 4:43 left to go here in this third quarter. Again, running clock. As Carby gets the ball ahead to Elizabeth Grimes. Grimes gets the ball to Ratajkowski at the free throw line. Jumper on the way, got it. 4 points for Ratajkowski on back-to-back baskets. 46-2 the score. Hurst will come across the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Back to Moore. Campbell Moore with the basketball. Off to Lila Moore. Alexis Hurst with it. Hurst gets the ball to Lila Moore. Drives the baseline. Ball knocked to the floor. Alexis Hurst comes up with it. Gets it back to Campbell Moore. Here's Tall going to launch a three-pointer. That is no good. Out of bounds and back to Breckinridge County. Bailey Brown will check into the ball game. So a reset. It is Kylie Carby, Bailey Brown, Ashley Hinton, Rowan Ratajkowski, and Josie Mitchum for Breckinridge County. Callie Roach, Alexis Hurst, Lila Moore, Campbell Moore, and Johnny Tall for Cloverport. Here's Ratajkowski driving the baseline, cut off, and 3-second violation against Breckinridge County. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third. Reagan Henning will check into the lineup for Breckinridge County as Carby sits down. Cloverport's basketball to bring the length of the floor. Roach will bring the ball up the floor for Cloverport. Cross-court pass, Lila Moore with it. Back to Campbell Moore. Tall to Callie Roach. Here is Alexis Hurst. Pass goes past her, out of bounds, and back to the Lady Tigers with under 3 minutes now to go here in the third quarter. Across the time stripe. Ratajkowski in the front court for Breckinridge County. Cross-court pass finds Bailey Brown. They'll get the ball down low. Bounce pass Mitchum to Ashley Hinton, who puts it up and in. Hinton's first points of the ball game. That will make it 48-2 with 2.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Tall with the basketball. Ball knocked away by Bailey Brown. Roach goes in to try to knock the ball away and does. And Cloverport will get it back. Emily Hinton will check into the ball game for Breckinridge County. Moore with the basketball to Callie Roach. Here is Lila Moore driving the baseline. Now Hurst with it, down to 2 minutes to go here in the quarter, 48-2. Breckinridge County in front. Here's Alexis Hurst, tries a shot, there's an air ball. Rebound collected by Josie Mitchum. Mitchum will hand the ball off to Bailey Brown, quickly pushing the ball ahead, intended for Emily Hinton, but the pass is behind her, so Cloverport will get it back with 1:42 to go here in this third quarter. Hurst brings the ball up the floor for the Lady Aces. Hurst gets the ball to Roach. She'll launch a three-pointer. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Emily Hinton for Breckinridge County. Hinton will bring it across the time stripe. Moves off the pick set by Henning. Now Mitchum with the basketball. Gets it to Bailey Brown. Here's Emily Hinton back out front. Brown to Mitchum. Emily Hinton from Mitchum down in the corner. Reagan Henning with it. Henning back out front to Mitchum. Bluffs the three. Now kicks it over to Henning on the right side. Back out front. Brown will take it as we're inside the final minute of this third quarter. They get the ball down low to Mitchum. Kicks it over. Ashley Hinton pulls up short. Jumper doesn't go. Mitchum gets the miss. Ball knocked away but picked up by Emily Hinton. Now here's Josie Mitchum driving the baseline. Bounce pass ahead to Ashley Hinton. Baseline jumper doesn't go. Mitchum gets the putback on the miss. 50-2 now the score. Mitchum with her 6th point of the night. Coming down to 30 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Hurst with the basketball. Over to Lila Moore. Cannot pull it in, and the turnover gives it back to Breckinridge County. As the clock moves under 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Substitution into the ball game for Cloverport. Casey Tall, number 25, back in. As Johnny Tall will sit down, Breckinridge County will not even have to cross the time stripe. Although Henning being challenged by Callie Roach. Down to 4 seconds, down to 3. Emily Hinton tries a three-pointer at the buzzer. Good for a Joe Bennett backhoe plumbing and rental 3. And that takes the score out to Breckinridge County 53. Cloverport 2. Tonight's third quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harnett. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lift chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic shoes, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hardinsburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
Fourth quarter underway here at the Cloverport Sportscenter in running clock as the Lady Tigers enjoy a 53-2 lead. Breckinridge County scored the game's first 9 points and have never trailed since then. Shot by Ashley Hinton, no good. Fight for the rebound. Put back attempt by the Lady Tigers. Josie Mitchum was no good, and Cloverport brings the ball up the floor. Lila Moore's basket is the lone point of this ball game. Here is a three-point attempt by Campbell Moore that is no good. Rebound pulled down by Breckinridge County's Ashley Hinton. Josie Mitchum in the front court. Callie Roach goes for the steal. Ball goes to the floor. Still being fought for. And a jump ball. The alternating possession will favor Cloverport with 7:08 left to go in this ball game. Leading scorers in the ball game, Kaylee Huffines leading the way for Breckinridge County with 19 points. Lila Moore with only 2 points in the game for Cloverport. Breckinridge County with the lead by 51. Out front, this is Campbell Moore with it. Gets the ball back to Callie Roach. They try to go down the lane. Roach can't pull up the basketball, and Breckinridge County comes away with it. Here's Mitchum with the basketball, hands it back to Reagan Henning. Bailey Brown with it to Henning. Down low, they get the ball to Mitchum. Back out to Bailey Brown. Brown drives the baseline, finds Mitchum, tries the high bank shot, no good. Hinton comes up with the basket up and in. Ashley Hinton with her 4th point of the night. That makes it 55-2 in favor of Breckinridge County. Moore with the basketball. Callie Roach tries a shot, no good. Breckinridge County will bring the ball up the floor. Brown gets the ball to Mitchum. Under 6 minutes left to go in this one. Breckinridge County will go to 3-1 on the season ahead of a matchup against Meade County on Friday night as we'll get a foul on the Lady Aces' Alexis Hurst. Cloverport will drop to 0-3 on the season, and they'll take on Meade County and Brandenburg Thursday night. Emily Hinton with the basketball for Breckinridge County. Lady Tigers spread the floor here just a bit. Mitchum down to the paint, kicks it back out front to Brown. Brown out front to Henning. Here's Emily Hinton, made a 3 to end the third quarter. Back out front, Reagan Henning will try a Joe Betabacco plumbing and rental 3, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Josie Mitchum. Mitchum kicks it out. Bailey Brown will try a baseline shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's collected by Josie Mitchum. Lady Tigers will reset the offense with 5:13 remaining in this fourth quarter as the pass a little high for Reagan Henning, and the ball comes back to Cloverport. Substitution, Lila Moore will check into the ball game. Rowan Ratajkowski will check in for Breckinridge County. Reset the lineups for you. Breckinridge County has Ratajkowski, Emily and Ashley Hinton, Bailey Brown and Reagan Henning. Cloverport with Casey Tall, Lila Moore, Alexis Hurst, Campbell Moore, and Phoenix Sanders. As the ball is knocked away, picked up by Breckinridge County. Hinton will come across the time stripe for the Lady Tigers. Lost the handle. It's picked up by Hurst. Hurst on the drive. Goes to the basket. Puts up the shot. No good. Was blocked out of bounds. So Cloverport will reset with 4:20 left to go in this ball game. Rebound comes in. Brown with the basketball. Henning with it. Out front, Brown with the basketball. Ratajkowski. As we're down to 3:44 left to go in this ball game. Again, Breckinridge County in no particular hurry to find a shot here. Emily Hinton gets the ball to Bailey Brown. Ratajkowski with it. Drives into the lane. Little runner in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Moore for Cloverport. Lady Aces will bring the ball up the floor with 3:25 left in regulation. 55-2 is the score. Breckinridge County leading, and here's Alexis Hurst just going to fire a 3 up, no good. Rebound comes down to Ashley Hinton, and we get a whistle as we'll get some substitutions into the ball game. Mormon will come in for Breckinridge County. I believe we get Roach and Johnny Tall in for the Lady Aces. Under 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. Breckinridge County in front 55-2 with the basketball. Mormon will come across the time stripe for the Lady Tigers. Hands it off to Brown. They lob it in the lane. Ashley Hinton with it. Reagan Henning gets it back to Brown over in the corner. Mormon bluffs the three, steps inside, drives to the basket, tries the layup, got it. 8 points on the night for Adeline Mormon. Takes it to a 57-2 ball game. 2:28 left to go in this contest. Hurst across the time stripe for the Lady Aces. Sanders kicks it over to Tall. Back out front, Callie Roach with it. Roach over to Alexis Hurst. Hurst to Johnny Tall. Out front. Here's a three-point attempt on the way by Moore, no good. Rebound comes down to Emily Hinton for Breckinridge County. 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. Breckinridge County in front 57-2. Mormon thought about the three for a second. Now we'll bring it back out front to Bailey Brown. Brown kicks it over in the corner to Reagan Henning. Now Mormon with him with 1:48 left to go in the ball game. Emily Hinton for Breckinridge County brings it back to balance the floor. Pulls up, free throw line, arching jumper is good. Emily Hinton with her 5th point of the ball game. Makes it a 59-2 lead for Breckinridge County. Alexis Hurst is going to fire up a three-pointer. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down. Hinton was going to get the rebound. Emily gets it for the Lady Tigers with 1:20 left to go in the ball game. Cloverport still out challenging out of the 2-3 zone. Hinton with the basketball being guarded by Alexis Hurst, and we get a reach in on Hurst. That'll be her 3rd. Clock continues to run as we're heading down to the final minute of this ball game. Lady Tigers on their way to the 3rd win of the season. As we're inside the final minute, Emily Hinton will inbounds the ball to Adeline Mormon. Mormon brings it out to Bailey Brown. As a pass for Reagan Henning goes wide. And Cloverport will get the ball back possibly for the last time as we're down to just 43 seconds to go in the ball game. Alexis Hurst will bring the ball up the floor as we're down to 30 seconds left to go. Coach Chad Mormon giving instruction to Bailey Brown. 2-3 zone employed by the Lady Tigers. Here's a three-point attempt. Banks it off the glass. Good by Phoenix Sanders. Three-pointer to make it 59-5. Down to 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. Henning with it. Gets the ball over to Adeline Mormon. Down to 10 seconds. And this one will wrap up with the final score. Breckinridge County at 59, Cloverport 5. Tonight's 4th quarter has been brought to you by Hardensburg Nursing and Rehab. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC 1043.com.
Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware is your local source for building and home improvement projects. We all know that the kitchen is the heart of the home. Let Bluegrass Lumber make your home a more welcoming place with upgraded cabinetry and countertops. Bluegrass Lumber does it all, from selection to measurement to installation. Not only does a kitchen upgrade make your home more valuable, but it will make holidays and mealtimes more special. Come see us at Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware on Highway 60 in Hardensburg.
Back with you at the Cloverport Sportscenter, where Breckinridge County's Lady Tigers roll to a 59-5 victory over the Cloverport Lady Aces tonight. Breckinridge County scored the game's first 9 points and never looked back. In fact, for the game, only a 2-pointer from Lila Moore and a 3-pointer late from Phoenix Sanders accounted for the Cloverport scoring as Breckinridge County led at all stops. 18-2 at the end of one, 38-2 at halftime. Then 53-2 at the end of the 3rd quarter before the final margin of 59-5. Breckinridge County improves to 3-1 on the season. The Lady Aces dropped to 0-3 on the campaign. We'll take a look at final scoring and wrap up this first game coming up in just a moment. Post-game show coverage brought to you by TGH Machine and Welding and Arms Family Chiropractic. This is Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC 1043.com.
It's that time again. Time for Jobin Tobacco to help you get your job done. There's no job too big or small for JBB. We're committed to making sure that our team of operators, drivers, plumbers, staff, and equipment are some of the best in the business. So stop by 214 Old Highway 60 or call us at 756-2946. Jobin Tobacco Plumbing and Rental have been proudly serving and supporting Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tiger football team. From all of us at JBB, go Tigers.
59-5, the final score. The Breckinridge County Lady Tigers defeat the Cloverport Lady Aces tonight. Quick look at the final scoring for tonight's ball game. Unofficially showed the Lady Tigers being led by Kaylee Huffines, who finishes the night with 19 points. 9 in the ball game, going to Elizabeth Grimes. 8 points to Adeline Mormon. From there, it's 6 points in the ball game to Josie Mitchum, 5 points to Emily Henton, 4 points each to Ashley Henton, Rowan Radaszewski, and Kylie Carby. Bailey Brown and Reagan Henning among the players to play tonight for Breckinridge County. Bud did not score. Caroline Lucas not available for tonight's game due to illness. For Cloverport, a 2-point basket for Lila Moore in the first quarter, then a 3-pointer late for Phoenix Sanders to account for the Cloverport scoring on the night. So once again, the final score in tonight's ball game is Breckinridge County 59 and Cloverport 5. We're going to take just a quick break here. We're going to play just a couple of songs and catch our breath and get ready to bring you the second game of tonight's doubleheader between the Fighting Tigers and the Cloverport Aces. Once again, the final score in the girls' game, Breckinridge County 59, Cloverport 5. Back in a couple of minutes. This is Fighting Tigers Sports from 104.3 The River and WXBC1043.com.
This has been Breckinridge County Lady Tiger Basketball on WXBC, brought to you by Wright Implement Company, Taylor Pharmacy, Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, Irvington Gas Company, First State Bank, Breckinridge Health, Brandenburg Telecom, and by Bluegrass Lumber and Hardware. This has been a presentation of 104.3 The River, the sports voice of Breckinridge County.